Hello, good evening, everyone. It's Yogi here. I hope you're well. So, good morning, good afternoon, or maybe good evening. So, it's PM, 8 p.m. in London. So, I hope you're ready for a spot of stitching with me. So, every Wednesday, we're doing this stitch along together based on Kim Jacobs' design. And, not many people knew about Kim before they came across my channel. And so it's really one of those hidden gem artists buried in so many designs that Heaven and Earth have on their website. So we know Amiee Stewart, we have a SAL on Saturday, but Kim is special to me because I think Kim's style is so understated and so gentle and warm and cozy as well. So I'm going to show you this piece I've been working on. We started this SAL, this particular piece, many of us together. And I think it's about 4 weeks ago. I can't believe time just flew by. And this is what the design looks like. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? The dream quilt room in every stitcher's mind. And I do a lot of rooms, and I love sewing rooms, quilt rooms, cozy rooms for reading, whatever it is. I like the space, and this room is definitely the room of my dream. And look at the kitty on the bottom right there. And this is one of the kind of signature symbol of Kim's design as well. So many of her designs has either this little cat and maybe another dog as well. So it's full of, sort of animal companions in these rooms. And you can almost see how this person would use this room. There's, this sewing machine on the table there. And there's a cozy kind of, tea drinking spot at the bottom there. So this piece, I'm working on a max color, very brave max colors piece version, and it also comes in, I think, mini and also regular size and max color as well, and not max color, super size as well. So, and also there's another special edition with a different border. So this border, the sky blue border actually is part of the design. So it's part of the, stitching area. So it's an interesting piece to approach in terms of how you're going to manage the border stitching versus all the actions in the center. So let me just show you where I am today. So I'm tracking my progress with Saga. And I'm very happy that many of you are getting the app working on your systems. Majority of us over here in the West, I think, tend to use Pattern Keeper. But Saga is one of those, slightly unknown but fantastic tools to track your progress. So this is the totality of the piece here. Pretty massive in comparison of the areas and that I have completed so far, but I'm patient. This is one of the pieces that really takes a little bit of time to build up because the color scheme is so subtle, so gentle. So this is why I'm at the this landmark sewing machine here. And I'll talk a little bit about how I'm going to approach it today. But let's look at the stacks so far. So definitely everybody's interest in terms of percentage here. So if you look at the bottom upper left there, currently I'm on 1.72%. And the stitches I've done so far, just slightly over 3,000. So, a little bit to go, So I am going to create a sprint, basically just a timer to track my progress today, so you know how many stitches I've managed today. So at the end of every stream, if you're new, we play what it's called Guess My Stitches. Okay, so you get to guess or predict and how many stitches I've done for this session, and the winner, we have special prizes for you. So let's go back to this to the chart here, and before I'm going to tell you how I'm going to approach this piece today. Of course, I am going to look at our chat here to see who is coming to join me, to keep me company for this session here. So it's Etsy. Etsy, you're the first reported through the chat, and model viewer here, model student, and so well done. And Suzanne is here as well, good to see you. She says happy Kim Day. And Leslie McLean as well, she says hello everyone. Grace Houston is here. Nina Hobby Site as well, good to see you again. And Sarah VM as well, welcome. And Busy Mom is also in the chat here. And of course, Nikki, my partner in crime, is enabling everyone to get more project scheme here. And Susan as well, welcome back, Susan, good to see you. And Marianne as well, she says good afternoon from South Dakota, USA. Welcome. And Michelle Brown is also here with us, and Vega. Is it Vega? I don't know. Let me know. From Japan as well. And Kimberly Carr 1011. The code name is Kimberly. She says hi all. And in Pepin as well. Clover Stitcher, welcome back. And Michelle Fuller as well. Oh, amazing. I'm so happy to see you guys here. So yesterday we did a pretty long session on our kicking start of a festive stitching season. Okay, so yesterday we started a Halloween piece. I absolutely adore that piece. What a change. You know, really refreshing to do something that's just simple, chart, and really fun to do. And so every week we will be dedicating one day a week. I think yesterday was Tuesday, but I think moving forward, we might move it to Friday as well, because a lot of requests for a festive Friday SAL here. So we're having every Friday, perhaps till the end of the year, as festive SAL together. We can stitch Halloween pieces or Christmas. I know many of you probably have already started. You know, it's never too soon. So that's the plan here. So today, with this piece. So I've been working on this piece for a few weeks, as I mentioned. So slow progress, but really happy with the what I've got so far. And so far up to this point, I've been doing pretty much sort of cross-stitching, quite adventurous, not just mini, I'll say to the next village type of, cross-country, a little bit more brave than my usual self, and I really enjoy it. And just so you know, this is the 25 count pre-gridded DMC fabric, and also it's 28 counts. 28 counts. And is it DMC? I'm trying to think. Maybe not. I don't think DMC has got 28 counts. I can't remember. Whichever side. Whichever brand that is. This is pre-gridded. And also it's 28 counts. I'm doing full cross for this one. Full cross with single strand. And I'm using CXC because CXC provides very good coverage, and I think the tone of this piece is really perfect for CXC. So that's what I'm going for this piece. So as I said, up to this point, I've been doing sort of mini cross country. I really enjoy it. But recently, if you've been following the streams, I've been using Saga to create a defined area here. Let me just bring up my app here. So recently I've been sort of defined a sort of an area, a box like this one, okay? And I've been doing instead of min to max, as in minimum stitches per color going upwards, which I have done many times before and enjoy, I've been doing similar method, but following the DMC number instead. So I kind of leave it to the fate to a certain extent, and depends on what is happening within the given area, and just allow the DMC number to take me wherever I'm going. So I'm going to just change my border color a little bit to make it a bit more obvious. I think this may be the color here. Yes, I want to make it to something a bit more obvious there, so it doesn't just blend in, so you know where my borders are. So it's quite a vast number. I kind of pre-selected this before we started. I think this is my plan in my head. I want to focus on this sewing machine a little bit more and complete the entire sort of surrounding area. So currently there are quite a lot of, you know, kind of loose stitches here and there, and I'm going to just follow the DMC number and allow the app to take me through this area, all the stitches, all the colors, and hopefully I would kind of bring a bit more definition to the sewing machine here. This is one of those pieces you really need to kind of, you know, sort of complete a little bit more before you see anything tangible. So it's really interesting pattern. Unlike some other really strong color pieces, instantly you know where you are. This one requires a little bit of patience, and I'm here for it. So this is my plan. This is my area here, and I am going to open my color list here, so you can see it's kind of narrowed down, filtering down the this closed area here. Quite a few colors involved, just this area alone, quite a few blocks, but anything that's not within this area is not included. So we're talking about 230 colors or something like that for the max colors. So quite a lot of different color changes, but it's great fun. So what I'm going to do is to follow the DMC number. You can see it's ordered based on the side, the numbers from minimum to the smallest to the largest. And I have no idea where they are. They could contain 1 stitch, 200 stitches, I don't know. So this will be a bit of sort of lucky dip kind of, you know, way of working, and it's good fun. So it takes the decision out of me, and I just follow where the app takes me. Make sense? So this is where I am right now. So I am going to zoom in a little bit. And guys, tell me what you're stitching today with me. Are you doing Kim's piece or something else? I'd like to know. And what is your power drink of today? And I'm drinking, I'm being a bit naughty. Yesterday I was being good, no coffee. But today I decided to make a cup of coffee just before the stream. So I'm sipping my coffee. It's still warm. It's so lovely though. And also I have freshly brewed peppermint tea waiting for me as well. I put my tea in a flask just to keep it a little bit warm for a little bit longer. And I'm ready. I am ready. I haven't worked on this piece. I haven't worked on this piece for an entire week since the last session. I haven't touched it. So this is nice and fresh for me. I am looking forward to it. Let me zoom in a little bit more, just to let you see the sort of intricate details here. And let me adjust the position here. So I am going to pick my first color, okay? And my first color just so happened is the lowest number on DMC, but also only have 1 stitch. So we're up to an interesting start. So I have my needle board on my right here. So I have threaded needles docked right next to me. So it should, in theory, make the process a little bit easier and quicker. But the first, this color, I haven't got a needle threaded, so that's where I'm going to start. My cupcake is waiting for me. Power cupcake for power stitching session 159 will be my first victim here. So I'm going to just pick out a single strand here. Up to this point with this project, pretty much all the projects I'm using DMC, sorry, not DMC, CXC, I've been using 2 strands. So it's quite nice to stitch with single strand as well. And I love it. I love the, oh, see, I already folded in half because it's just autopilot. Because very often I do 10 stitches with 2 strands or 14 counts. So I just fold it in half without even thinking. So here we are. And let's have a look. Yeah, Serena is here in the chat as well. Welcome. River is here as well. Hello. Hello, hello. And Vega says Japan is 4 a.m. Well done, Vega. Nice and early. Oh, it's Vega? Oh, Vega. Yes, it doesn't help me. It could be Vegas, Vega, or Vega. You let me know. Number 1 or number 2. And Clover Stitcher says good morning. And it's 3:14 p.m. Very civilized, very civilized. I think for most of you, it's still almost still daytime, isn't it? Kind of late afternoon, early morning, sorry, early evening. But for us here in Europe, most European countries, we're in the evening after supper. After supper. So let me find that little stitch. Where are you? Let me turn it on. It's right here on the left there. So I'm going to make my first stitch here, and I'll do my best not to, invite any visits of the frog, Mr. Frog or Mrs. Frog. Can stay away. Today, let's be a frog-free day. Or shall I say no rewinding, no reverse stitching today, hopefully. So for the first stitch, single stitch, I'm going to just leave a tail there. Let's play a little bit safe. Because sometimes I try to bring the tail to the surface as much as I can. But now I'm warming up. I'm just warming up. I'm going easy. And I'm going to just do a quick tuck in because there's only 1 stitch. There. I'm warming up, guys. I'm warming up. And here we go. I'm so excited about the festive stitching. It's just adding more varieties and colors to our stitching life. 159. I'm going to pop it in here. And I haven't decided what to do for the Christmas piece yet. I haven't got one piece nailed down. So I'll be very curious whether you have anything in mind already, or maybe you have already started. Kimberly says her work reminds me of choke coloring. It's beautiful. I know. There's something very sort of sketch-like, very pastel kind of, it's one of my favorite painting tools is choke and pastel. I used to paint with my fingers, just smudge things. I'm very tactile when I draw, so I use my hands a lot. I'm not great with brushes like oil paintings. I like to use my hands. And next one we've got 6 stitches. At least it's not a big jump from 1 to 200. That would be quite interesting. So it's 165. 165. So first of all, I'll look to my needle ball. If I can't find any, I introduce a new thread. 165. And it's really nice. Nice way of working because with my organizer, which is increasing in size, I don't have to flip back and forth. Just quickly show you what my organizer looks like for CXC. And it's a big folder here. And so I don't have to flip back and forth. I just need to keep going, and just like a book, and keep going, because I know the number will be growing upwards rather than back and forth. So there you go. And let's have a look. And I'm really enjoying just allowing the app to decide for me. So I'm really grateful whoever came up with the idea, introduced the idea to me in the chat. Thank you guys. I'm always interested in new ways of stitching. It just, you know, it makes things interesting. Let me see. And Nina is in Norway, is about the same time as me, maybe 1 hour ahead of me. So I'm not feeling too bad. It's not the latest. I'm not the one that's, you know, in the latest time zone. So I'm going to start from the left. I've got 6 stitches here, right in the middle here. And I am going to just be mindful here. I can already see that stitches don't match completely, but I'm not going to panic. I am going to just bring it under here. I think that's the right location here. You know, there's certain pieces I'm happy to do mini or regular sizes, regular colors. I have few pieces that are regular colors, but some design you just feel like, you know, it's a max color piece for me somehow, and I just follow that instinct. Second one, so far so good. So with this one, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark as I go, even though there are only 6 stitches, but just to be safe, because I don't want to stitch in the wrong spot, which can happen very easily, particularly if you do sort of color completion or cross country. And Suzanne is working on sewing room, beautiful piece. She says, I'm going to switch it to 10 stitches. Oh, wow. Very bold move, but definitely, you know, no problem. I've done that with my Gecko Rouge project. You can't tell the difference. You know, you feel like to change methods or stitches, just do it. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, you have to enjoy it. Otherwise, what's the point, right? And Essie is stitching hate piece called Zombie Cats. Sounds a little bit Halloween to me, from Jeff Haney. Very interesting. Zombie cats. Yesterday I had a zombie cat. A very cute one though. I'm very happy with the progress of that piece and can't wait to stitch more. And this is the last one of this color. So I saw Nikki's progress on the sewing machine. She had a restart, but still to manage to complete quite a lot around the sewing machine area. So I'm slightly envious. So I want to make my sewing machine more complete as well, and use this area as a foundation to kind of extend out to the surrounding area. So I might occasionally do this kind of, you know, more controlled area kind of stitching, and sometimes maybe I just want to, you know, move out and just do freestyling cross country a little bit within reason. But today I felt like, you know, to focus on this area a little bit more. Done with the 6 colors. Next one is 6 as well. Not too bad, not too bad. So far, so good. And River is working on Gnome Tinker, beautiful piece. And she's having a nice hot coffee. She's going to make one. Very nice, freshly brewed coffee. Oh, I have to have another sip. Sometimes only a cup of coffee can do. Kimberly's working on a Max Pigeon piece. Oh, pigeon. Did someone say pigeon? I hope Amimee's not here. Oh, goodness. Cover your ears if you're Amiee. I don't know. Oh, the pigeon. Yes. And on 14 counts, I'm obsessed with his work. Whose work is it? If you mentioned the... Oh, hang on. Maybe you mentioned before. I don't know. I don't think you have. Let us know the artist name. Oh, is it from Jake? No, you say his piece, his work. So it's someone else. It's not full coverage. Okay, fair enough. And Susan, oh, Susan says, felt like more Halloween. So continuing on sweeping cobwebs, drinking orange squash, why not? Every day is Halloween in September, up to Halloween, yes. Every day is Halloween, and every day is Christmas. And Clever Stitcher is working on Amiee Stewart piece, stitching shelf, 45.6%. Amazing, drinking pumpkin spice latte. That is very much the right drink for yesterday and today and for the rest of the days till Halloween. That sounds very festive. Right, the next one is 168. Let me see if, oh, I've got one on my needle board. See how quick it is. 168, and I've got my thread right here. This is the benefit of a needle board. And I've got just about the right length for about 6 stitches. Perfect. This is perfect. So I've got here, let's have a look. So these colors are kind of all a little bit samey, so I need to be mindful so I don't stitch the wrong locations. And because of the pre-gridded borders as well, it's very easy to mistaken the color of the thread, the gray colors, as stitched area, which I have done, and no doubt will do again. This is very nice. And let me move down here. I've done, oh, there's just one little stitch here. I wouldn't know this one was unstitched if I didn't look at the chart. That's the problem. Because they look kind of all blended in. So good job. We have a markup tool. Let's have a look here. It should be this one over here. Should be that one. So there are 4 stitches here. And I think there are a couple of others, 2 more somewhere hidden. Let me mark these ones. So there are 2 more in 2 completely different locations. So I need to do some starting and stopping to do those ones. Just a quick tuck in. I think I might have to introduce a new thread. It's getting very short. Grace Houston says, I'm also working on quilting room, 22 counts, hoping to get the sewing machine. Yeah, this is like the big landmark of the piece. If you find a sewing machine, you're good. You're good. 168. going to bring a new thread here. Marsha, hello. Welcome. Marsha says, hi there. I've been doing this for the past 2 nights. I'm loving the colors. Top left corner patchwork border. Really beautiful. Oh, so this is the version I was talking about. There's one alternative version. It's got different type of borders, and it's literally like a quilted pieces. So if you look at this piece, you know, bottom right there, you can see there's some quilted pieces, and it's a little bit like that, but kind of woven into the border. It's quite a special version there. So it's interesting, really interesting version to do. Amazing. And Marsha is enjoying it. Yes, beautiful. And Naomi Wallace is here. She says, hello all, started winter reading no count, 28 counts. Oh, I love that piece. Oh, the cushions, the highlight of the piece. You know, there's so many highlights, the kitties and the cushions. My goodness, so beautiful. Let me see, let me find my stitches here. 1, 2. It's a little bit tricky. I think it's this one here. Just 1 stitch. So occasionally you will come across these little single stitches, lone stitches in the middle of everything else. And you just have to go in and fill it in. It's just part of the process. And to be honest, sometimes I don't mind that at all, because it feels like, you know, slowly I'm making the whole piece more and more complete. But sometimes you're not in the mood to do that. Then I do something else. I do something that involves more stitches. So this one is done as well. There's 1 more stitch I need to hunt down, which is upper right here. Just right around the edge. Why don't I just do a straight cross? And then I'm going to tuck in. Just under this stitch. I'm really loving 28 counts. Never thought I'd say that. But I'm so glad I tried, because I was worried that I wouldn't be able to see the stitches. But surprisingly, it doesn't feel that different from 25. And when I go back to 25 after working on 28, everything just looks so big. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense, because I had worked really hard to work down or work up to 25 counts when I started stitching full coverage. And now they look so big. Oh dear. So our eyes can definitely be trained. Next one, I wonder, oh, next one is the single stitch. Goodness. In Pepping says, stitching Addie's window. I know that piece with big eyes staring around. There are quite a few different pairs of eyes. Switched from Pattern Keeper to Cross Stitch Saga. Love the box and stitch Min to Max. Yes, it's great fun, isn't it? It just opens up different ways of stitching. You know, Pattern Keeper is definitely, you know, solid, no complaint. But Saga is just fun, Suzanne says, I think it was Joyce that did 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe it was Joyce suggested it. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think that method is always available within the app anyway, but for some reason I didn't understand it. I didn't know why you would just follow the DMC colors, you know. But now I know, because it's fun. And Alison Rennie is here in the chat. evening, or I'm having a wee sneaky spooky season stitchy sesh. Had to cut yesterday short with migraine. Oh dear, and kicking my butt. Yes, I hope you're feeling better today. Yes, you can do your Halloween piece for sure. I think the whole September, October, and up to Christmas, you know, is festive all the way. So next one I'm going to stitch is 169, 169, 169. Time for a new thread, just one stitch, 169. Single stitch here. And with a needle bore, it doesn't matter if I introduce a pretty long strand of thread here. It doesn't feel redundant because I will keep it threaded and then just pop it on my needle bore and ready for the next time. It'll be nice and quick. So I'm just planting these little threads, different colors, on my needle board, ready for me anytime. This needle doesn't like me. Let me cut this one off. There you go. So in case you're wondering, for 25 count onwards, I use 28, size 28 needles. A majority of them are from John James. It's my favorite needle brand. Right, I need to figure out where that stitch is. It's just a thing. Oh, at the bottom there. At the bottom there, I found it. So it's just right here, just below these two stitches. Just here, I think. 1, 2, 3 from the left. 1, 2, 3. Just there. The colors are so subtle. And I can understand that, you know, quite a lot of us starting this piece, doesn't matter what corner. I think if you're coming from the border, then perhaps, you know, it's easier to orient where you are. But if you start from the middle, like I did, and quite a few others doing the same, the starting point is slightly non-descriptive. Somewhere near the table, the blue table, where the sewing machine is. And it takes a little while before you know what you're stitching, which is challenging, particularly if you're doing, you know, higher fabric counts. But you get there eventually. Things start to build up. 169, 169. And now it's fun to hit the bucket because I have no idea what's coming next. So there's a sense of excitement there. 3 stitches. Oh, I love it. Suzanne says, I wasn't enjoying 1/1. Yeah, if you don't enjoy it, switch it. It doesn't matter in a grander, you know, scheme of things. Oh my goodness. Kimberly explains about the pigeon. His name is Max Pigeon because I thought I interpret it as the Max color version of the piece called Pigeon. I see, Max Pigeon. That's a great name. Great name. Oh yeah, Nina says Amiee is in Turkey. Thank God, thank God. Oh, that's a little bit triggering. She's got a really pretty, you know, shocking pigeon story that I won't repeat, just in case people have a mini panic attack. So yes, I'm trying to think. It's Maddie, isn't it? Maddie, knitting and crochet. It's Maddie. Am I right? Yes. Maddie says, so I need a new pattern keeper. I have Apple, iPad, and iPhone. What is out there that's free? I didn't realize there's a price for Markup XP. Yeah, Markup XP unfortunately is a subscription app, so you have to pay every single year. for an app that unfortunately, as far as I can see, hasn't really changed much. So that's that. So guys, are there any sort of pattern keeper? So you're looking for iOS version, right? And you want a free one. I don't know. Are there a sort of alternative to Markup RXP or Saga? Because Saga you have to pay up front. There's no trial. 311, 3 stitches. Let me see if I've got 1 dot. No, I am going to bring a new thread. 311. 311. Oh, it's nice and dark for a change. I've been doing very pale colors so far. 311. And Maddie's stitching her bear. We have very, very smoky sky and cool weather today. Making some throat coat. What? Throat coat tea. Because I'm craving the taste. Oh, you have to tell us what that is. I have no clue. What is throat coat tea? Sounds like something that you drink when you have tickly throat, like a frog. Oh, did I say frog? And good afternoon. Stopping in before taking my son to the doctor. Oh, I hope he's okay. I'll be back for some stitching time, drinking Pepsi Zero, and we'll be working on my Amongst the Tulips. That has my 2 black kitties. Oh, that sounds nice. I hope the visit goes smoothly and everything is good. Here, just 1 stitch here. So the 3 stitches are all over the place in 3 completely different locations. But I'm patient. I'm in a mood to fill up, to complete this area. So whatever it takes, I will do it. I'm on a mission. Let me see, and let me know if the video is okay. The YouTube is kind of flagging weird messages to me. Just let me know if the audio and video, the stream is smooth. You're always trying to scare me. Three, 1, 1. So Kimberly says, I use Markup and I think it's very expensive. I'm going to get an Android so I can use Pattern Keeper, or maybe I'll try Saga first. Yeah, if you can get Saga working, it's perfect. You can do all sorts of things. But I'm one of those people. I got a Android tablet, pretty basic one, just so I could use Pattern Keeper. But it's personal decision. Depends on what type of apps you like. Oh, so video is good. Audio, videos, all good. So occasionally, YouTube will try to scare me by flagging me all sorts of scary messages. River says, has anyone seen needle bark lately? I have no idea. Nikki's stitching quilting room. Max working on a chair. Oh no, drinking coffee. Yes, because last week I moved into the chair area, and Nikki said I want to stitch the chair as well. And within like no time, her chair is like, there's a lot going on there, and it took me a little while just to do these stitches. And let's not talk about the frogging episode, okay? It didn't happen. It's an illusion. 3, 1, 1. I have 2 more stitches here and 1 over there. So these are very subtle additions to the piece here. Even just for one, outstanding stitch, once you completed it, it feels so much better and looks better as well because it looks completed clearly. I think, you can't go wrong with Pattern Keeper, but if you intend to stay on iOS, Saga is an option. And then I'm sure, depends on how many sort of patterns you have, there will be members of our Facebook groups might help you with the conversion as well. If you don't want to fiddle with Paradise, because Paradise, the conversion app that we use is also on Android as well. So it's a little bit fiddly. If that's not what you want to do and want to stay on iOS, then, we can explore Saga. 1 more stitch here. I love the way he stitches though. Let me just tuck this one in and make it secure. The stitches are very snugly together. It feels almost even if I don't end it in any particular way, the stitches will stay where they are because the stitches are very snugly together. Good. So this one is done as well. 311. Nine Nina. And so Maddie's saying that she's checking out Knitting Companion. Isn't a Knitting Companion a paid app as well? I think it's subscription as well. I think it's by that knitting lady. I used to follow her on YouTube. If we're talking about the same person, I'm not too sure. And then she came up with the app, which is also subscription based. I have tried it to use it for cross stitching. Didn't quite work out. You can do marking of some kind, but ultimately it's designed for knitting, I think. But you can give it a go. Maybe there's a free version, or maybe it's different now because I tried it a couple of years ago, so I can't say. 318, 318. I do have one here. Only 4 stitches. So I am moving over here. So the goal today is to fill out the surrounding area of the sewing machine a little bit more. One more on the other side. Oh, I see. So Maddie's trying to explain what a throat coat tea was. It's got licorice root and marshmallow root in it. I can almost imagine what it tastes like when you say licorice, marshmallow root. Roxy Wow says, I bought an inexpensive, no brand, no brand Android tablet off Amazon just for pattern keeper. Same here. I got a Kindle, not Kindle Fire, Amazon Fire, whatever that is. I think it's during one of those sales, Black Friday sales or something like that. I think it's just slightly over £100. So for a tablet, that's not bad. And just for pattern keeper, up to this day, I put my markup there as well because I just thought, well, instead of having two tablets using for the same purpose, I just use Android as that. But potentially I could have had my markup on iOS. So yes, I only use the tablet for markup purposes, nothing else. I've got an iPad, so. And there's one more stitch here. This is like a puzzle game. I have to find the right location for the stitches, because currently these ones are kind of quite loose, scattered in different locations. But this is the last one of this color in this area. There. Nice. The next one. 2 stitches for this one. But luckily, they're very close together. So easy peasy. 368. 368. 368. I'm trying to find my single strand here. Yes, Saga is about £11 in UK, so yeah, it's about $12. But markup, I think there's a free version. You can use it for free with limited features, I think. If that does the job, then that's okay. The only problem is you can't, I'm not sure if you can back up, or maybe you can back up. But if you do need to transfer the patterns to another device, for instance, you need to upgrade or something like that. Either way, they win. They know what they're doing. So here, 1, 2, 3. Where am I? Here. So let me just draw a little, place a little markers there, because otherwise I get a little bit confused on where the end point is. So I'm gonna just place a few dots here, just give me some visual guide here, because I just have a horrible feeling. I'm gonna just take off and stitch somewhere totally different. Okay, so this is where the bottom part, that was the part I was trying to figure out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4s here. Just 2 stitches. Suzanne says Saga is much better than markup and is cheaper in the long run. Yes, because it's one-off payment. And to be honest, if you didn't know Saga at all, you probably go, well, then I don't know what I'm paying for. But now, you know, there are quite a lot of people using it, and you can definitely look at the sessions. I'm tracking my stitches, pretty much majority of them, with Saga nowadays, recently. So you can see whether the features is something that, you know, you want. Two, that's it. 3, 6, 8. 3, 6, 8. River says Saga 100% rocks. She's sold, yes. Oh yeah, that's right. River says if you're on Android, you can get Saga for the time being for free, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I think there's a free download link. You can find it on our Facebook group as well, and you know, related information. So yes, I think because they're not allowed to be on the App Store, the Google version of App Store, they're allowing people to download the previous version before the ban came in. I think that they froze a version there, and for now you can have free download. And it's fully usable because quite a lot of people in the chat, they actually use it. So this one's 2 stitches as well, is 370. 370. The interface is a little bit different from the iOS version, but totally usable. Totally usable. So this one is over here, 2 stitches. Much better now I have the border. I have these little markers. Otherwise, here we go. $370. 370. I think Android, I kind of equate Android as PCs, you know, versus Macintosh or whatever, Mac. It's like anybody can make an Android tablet, but only Apple can make Apple tablet. But because they're kind of made by different manufacturers, different brands, so sometimes they vary a little bit. It's like when I got my Amazon version of the Android tablet, I had no idea. There's some fundamental differences, like the Google Play Store doesn't exist on Amazon, and you have to hack it in order to download a copy. I mean, it's doable. It's doable, but it's just weird. 371. 371. 371. Oh, I see. Suzanne says you can't save with markup if you use the free version. So pretty much everything stays there. If something happens to your device, it's all gone. Yeah, because I was aware that you couldn't load save copies with a free version. But I didn't know you can't even back up. I think that's how they want you to pay for it, I guess. So it's actually over here. 2 stitches. I think markup is definitely a missed opportunity because at one point they were, you know, kind of being seen as a healthy competitor to Pattern Keeper. But they kind of just maybe lost the drive to improve it and just kind of just there. No improvements whatsoever that I noticed. But they're charging you more money. You know, there's another Kim's pieces I kind of fall in love with. It's called Seed. I think it's Seeds and Feed or something like that. You probably have seen it. It's like it looks like a shop front. I don't know if it's a shop or a storage space. And it just looks so lovely. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think somebody in our group is stitching that one. This one has got 4 more. There's a few more stitches here. Maddie says I'm officially 2% done with my bear. Very nice. Oh, it's a feast door. Yes. It looks so pretty and everything is so, just so lovely. It's a quintessential Kim Jacobs. Right, so there's one more, just one floating one somewhere over there. So I'm going to end this one. I could just take my thread over, but it's going to cross a lot of stitch area here. Oops. So I'm going to be patient and go over and plant this one. Just a single stitch. It's just one of those pieces. There. So this one is 371. Kimberly says, my husband who programs for a living doesn't like markup at all. I want him to write a program for me. Yeah, I think it would be great. You know, I think that's probably quite a lot of how a lot of apps happen is out of maybe themselves or their partners or whoever around them saying, you know, I need a solution for this. Can you, maybe we can come up with something, you know. So, no, I'm not surprised your husband doesn't like it. You know, I worked as a interface designer, like user experience designer, and yes, they're violating so many things, like basic needs for users. And it just, you know, I can feel it in my skin looking at it, just go, oh no, why, you know, just little things. They're just not taking care doing it. And I gave them benefit of the doubt for a long time because I thought, well, maybe it's a, you know, small developer. They're trying to do their best. But I don't think, you know, there's any excuse for an app that charge yearly subscription to perform like that. It's just not a great, you know, great app. I'm not talking about fancy features. I'm talking about basic stuff. 372, 372, 372. There you go. And it's a different thing if it was just a free app for, you know, people to kind of kind of just experiment and use it, and they learn from the users. But they charge you real money, so 1, 2, 3. Suzanne says it's like a farm shop that you can buy seeds and animal feeds. I know. The only thing I'm slightly concerned about that piece is that bunny is living in a cage. I'm not quite sure about that. I feel sorry for the bunny. But otherwise, I love that piece. There's a little cat in there as well. So we're talking about Kim Jacobs' piece. I think it's called Feed and something. I can't remember. But it's lovely, lovely. The color scheme's so pretty and just really whimsical. One, two, three, four. Hey, Rose, welcome. Are you stitching today, Rose? Or maybe you're at work. Oh dear. Very often when we're streaming, it's Rose's working hours. But she listens to us. Quite a few stitches for this one for a change. Here we go. We've got 3 to go. And I actually looked up Kim Jacobs information as well, but not a lot is online there. I think there are a couple of pictures of her, but I don't think she's really that prominent or present on social media. I'm not even sure she's got a Instagram or anything like that. So she's kind of keeping it quiet. I'm really happy many of you discovered her through this channel. Right, the next one. Amazing. What is awaiting for me? Oh my goodness, the next one, 37 stitches. Oh, it's part of the chair, Nikki. I'm going to be stitching part of the chair, okay? Just give you a little bit of a warning there, because, you know, I might be slightly ahead than you on the chair front. Oh, Rose is at work and having a rough day. Oh, Rose, we will cheer you up. Positive energy. And Tracy Dumas is here in the chat as well, lurking at work as well. Rose, you have a company. Tracy is also at work. You know, when I used to work at civil corporate companies, it's not unusual to have kind of quite stressful day. It's just part of that kind of places. Sometimes you have bosses that are just, you know, you just go, hey, you know, I don't know. I don't have, you know, correct words to use for them that can be broadcast. But sometimes it's just part of being that type of environment, and sometimes can be colleagues, you know, there are all sorts of things. And I have to say I'm very lucky working as yoga teacher. It's a very kind of independent kind of job that you have a lot more control in terms of who you work for, what type of environment you want to, you know, work in. And also majority of teachers, I would say pretty much, it's quite rare to be a sort of permanent employee as a yoga teacher, unless it's your own studio. That's different. But majority of yoga teachers are probably categorized as freelancers. So in a way, you have some sort of contract, depends on the places you work in, but you have a lot more freedom. You don't really have a boss to answer to, really. They're bosses and managers, but they're quite respectful because you are the teachers for them. And so they give you a fair bit of freedom to teach the way you want or what they do. And if they don't, I don't work for them. So I think it's mutual kind of selection there. And with fellow teachers, we have different groups that we chat in, but we don't really bump into each other that often because people are teaching at different locations, different times. And so it's quite I think once you start working this way, I just can't go back to work in sort of office environment anymore. I have thought about that because the income is different for sure. When I work in sort of large companies, I never had to think about money because they just pay you. And but you do, give up a lot in order to do that. But as an independent yoga teacher, I have a lot more freedom to be me and kind of not having to compromise that much. You always have to compromise, but I have a lot more freedom to not do that. So, even for money, I just can't see myself going back to that kind of environment. Hey, Serena. Hello. Serena asking hello and night at the same time. Have a lovely night because Serena has to get up quite early in the morning. So well done for being here. River. Oh no, you didn't say anything crazy. Nothing unusual. Nothing more crazy as the usual crazy comments the Rivers put out there. No problem at all. Im says, in Saga, when you have mark of your stitches, can you change the color? Your marked stitches are in the color you stitch, but not, I think there's one word misspelled there. I'm trying to guess. So your marked stitches are in the color you stitch, but with me, they're pale. Okay, hard to see which are already stitched. From the sound of it, you might need to play with the settings here. So you're talking about the stitch area looking really pale, and you can't tell them off from the other stitches clearly. So I don't know whether you're using the iOS version or Android because the interface looks a little bit different. But I think what you want is to go to where you define the stitches and grid. I'm guessing this one. Okay, let me give it a try. There's a checkerboard for my screen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 icon from the right. So it's next to that number 4 icon. So I'm going to tap on it and see if I'm on the correct one. I think there's a setting here that you could adjust the visibility of the stitch area. Let me just pull this one down to see if that's the one. It's not the one. Okay, let me see if it's that one. But there is one you could, oh, that one. Okay, so I'm dragging the minus and plus, the third bar from the top, and you can see what's happening here. So currently I'm on the maximum, which is totally opaque. And if I drag it to the left, you can see the stitch area start to pale out. In fact, the whole chart start to fade. So you can adjust that for whatever. I don't know why you need to do that though. Let me just remove the box so you can get a more, so we can be sure that's the one we need. Okay, so no, that's the, let me look at this one then. Let me just try it. I can tell you whether that's the one. Oh, maybe the stitches. There's definitely a setting for you to adjust the visibility of the stitch area. So you need to play with the settings here. I have to say, on top of my head, I'm trying out these ones. Maybe some you can help me. If you know, I'm thinking it must be the stitch area here. So this one definitely turn the chart off. No, not that one. So this is the only setting that I know that I can find right now. But if you play with the slider slightly, Nikki says you press the redial down, the button next. I'm trying to read the button next to the number at the top. Yes. Ah, I see. So you press and hold of the little dial on top there. Let me just show you one more time. So you can highlight the stitches with this dial. If you look on the top of the screen there, I'm turning on and off this dial. So if you press and hold this area, you should bring up this view. And I think this is what it is, isn't it? Okay, so, oh, it does similar things. So you could dial it up and down to adjust the visibility. Is that what you're referring to, Em? So if you press and hold, it's similar setting actually. It actually does the same thing. If you press and hold of this button, whether it's turning on and off, you press and hold, you bring up this little pop-up. Yes. Okay, so you can, I think it's a technical view that you just slide, you can adjust the slider to see where they are. Yep. Thank you, Nikki. You're right. Yes. Nikki has come to rescue. So, pretty much majority of the icons, if you press and hold, some sort of pop-up will come up. So you can always experiment. I don't always remember where everything is, but there are quite a few different adjustments you can, tune into. You can pretty much tweak everything with this app. See you later, Kimberly. Here we go. Yeah, one of the few things I would like with Saga is to be able to turn off the borders of the areas, the stitches you've already completed. You know, on Pattern Keepers, on Pattern Keeper, the ones you've marked, you have the option to not show the border, so it makes the unstitched areas a little bit more obvious. I would like that for Saga as well. I don't believe you could adjust that. Because it's a bit jarring to have everything, you know, highlighted, even the stitch area. You're welcome, Mim. You know, having used the app for probably over 2 months now, I'm still constantly learning new things because I'm more of a sort of need to know basis kind of learner. If I don't need it, I just ignore it. But we have many people in the chat. They're, you know, they're a lot more tuned in to all the features. And they always teach me new things. These ones, skip one down. I'm stitching chair, Nikki. I'm stitching chair. Let me see. Frankie's in the chat. She says, hello everyone, love learning these saga tidbits. I know. But it's the best way to learn, isn't it? If someone can just, you know, walk you through the entire thing, you probably get really overwhelmed. But, you know, coming to chats like this, you just pick up bits and pieces. I'm learning as well from all of you. And Calming Sparkles, I love your name. It sounds very zen, very yogi. And Calming says, Yogi, after watching your stream, I started my first 28 counts. First one strand and then first extreme cross country, which I've never done, okay? That's Nikki, that's Nikki. All on one project and I love it. Well done, Calming Sparkles, the first 28 counts. It does take courage, doesn't it? A round of applause for Calming. Yes. Extreme cross country as well. That's Nikki leading us stray. And I am sort of venturing a little bit further as well. Because once you have seen people doing it, you kind of have a bit more courage to do, don't you? So, yes. It's like, you know, the first 4-minute mile that someone did. Prior to that, they didn't even think it was possible for someone to run 4 minutes per mile. But once the first person has done it, everybody was doing it. So we learn from examples. And Nikki is leading us, providing very bad examples. Well, going cross country and, not wearing safety belt, service helmets, safety gears. I hope you're wearing safety gear, calming. Stitch safely. Janelle, good morning, Janelle. Happy Thursday for Janelle in Australia. Welcome. Yes, 28 counts, even seasoned 25 count stitches might hesitate. But to be honest, if you can do 25, 28, it's not that different, to be honest. Not, it's more of a, it looks scary, but it's not that scary. Oh, there's more at the bottom. I'm not done yet. Three. Frankie says, I'm going to start Granny's Craft Room with ECC. Granny's Craft Room. Hang on. Where did you get a pattern? Granny's Craft Room. Have you found a version of that piece of artwork? Or did you get it from the same company I got it from? Which is, it comes in a kit. And Frankie says, I'm going to go extreme cross country. Oh. Yes. Go for it. Go for it. It's a very beautiful pattern. And it's by Stephen Reed, I just recently found out, the artist. Frankie says it's called Craft Shed, and Tracy found the site. Yes. So you got a pattern from them. Beautiful. So the version I've got has got back stitches, but I think this one, yes, I did look at a website, and I hope it's beautifully charted as well. Yes, I love that piece of artwork. It's beautiful. It's just so much fun. Oh, the chair's coming, the chair's coming. Amiee's here. Oh, Amiee, are you on? Not? Yes, from Turkey. Hello, Amiee. Wave to Amiee. She's far away. She's in Turkey. Yes. What is the time zone there? I can't imagine it would be very different from here. And how nice for you to come visit in the midst of your holiday. Are you stitching? Are you doing holiday stitching at all? Did you bring your emergency stitching kit with you? Yes, Susan, I can totally see that chart would be totally, something that you would love. Whoops. I moved my box. Very naughty. I need to lock it. Lock. Here we go. Oh, Amiee sneaking in a couple of stitches before bed. I bet it's more than a couple. You know. Yes. So Aminee's got a traveling kit with her. Very good to know. Oh, so over in Turkey it's 11:40. So it's 2 hours ahead. Yes. Is it nice and sunny? Because we're raining over here in London, at least. It's been nice and cloudy in the last few days, just like the way it should be. This is familiar. All the heat wave and stuff. This sounds it's very shocking. This is normal. Lovely. I have a little bit more of the chair happening here. And the next one is 6 stitches. 407. 407. Janelle says, I bought another chart last. It's called the Kitchen Shelf. Oh, I know that piece. It's from Amiee Stewart, isn't it? And Janelle's got the regular size max colors. I think there's one of them, our members. What's a lady called? Kay? What's her handle? I can't remember. She's working on this piece. A lot of like eyes poking around that piece. It's very retro. I think that this is the one we're talking about here. Kitchen shelf. Amiee says, bragging. In Turkey, it's beautiful weather, already tanned, and enjoying the aircon in a hotel room. You've got aircon. How nice. It's a hotel. Very nice. Yes, it's always sunny over there, probably. Yes, that's the one, Amiee. Stitchy Fiver is stitching. Is it the max super size? My goodness. Yes. This is the piece, one of the pieces she's working on. I would have liked that piece because I love the color scheme. It's just all the eyes poking out from the fridge. Sort of a little bit unsettling. So, but I do know of this piece. So I've got 6 stitches of this color. Carming says counting 2 times every stitch. Yes, very good policy. Or it might end in tears. I try to count. The problem is I count it wrong, you see. I can count and count again, just incorrectly. You know, I'm pretty thorough. It's just, I cannot count correctly. But of course, I can count more than 4, okay? And I have a sip of my peppermint tea that I kept in a flask. Should still be nice and warm. Let's have a look. It's all good. Oh, so lovely. Delicious. Mmm. So good. And there's one more stitch at the bottom here. Totally random. There. I think just one stitch. There. Oh, Abney says, Yogi, your stitching is getting faster. Do you think? Really? I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. I think it depends on what piece and what method I use. So if I kind of do more cross country, it seems to be a little bit faster. But also yesterday, to be honest, there was no confetti, so I managed, I think, over 300, 350 or something, 407. But we're talking about, you know, no confetti kind of situation. Next one, let's have a look. 11. Janelle says, busy mum stitcher is also doing this chart as well. Is she? Oh, I didn't know that. But her sweet shop is looking so good. 413, do I have it? Let me introduce a new stretch. 413. And yesterday, I think maybe yesterday, or was it today? I saw, I can't remember which person that is. So sorry. But I remember someone starting with sweet shop, but from the center, and it's looking really good as well. If it's you, raise your hand, because I don't remember all the names. I try to keep track on what everybody's working on. So top one, second, from here. Amiee says your cross country is much faster. Ah, that's so kind. Yes, I do enjoy a little bit of a cross country. I do wander a little bit further than before. You know, having a little bit more confidence building up there. But still, you know, I do get cold feet if I go too far. But I'm getting used to this way of stitching a little bit more. Oh, Busy Mom says, I'm doing the quilt shop. Yes, I saw you. Is that the one? Is that the one that you do in 14 counts? Because I saw a piece you did. That's 14 count. That's so pretty. Is it the sewing room? I'm taking another sip of my tea. It's so good, so delicious. Hello, Stitchy Bug. Welcome. Oh, on the way, saying hello to everyone before running to the gym. Amazing. And Amiee says, gonna have to go. I managed 20 stitches. Amazing. I'm done for the day. Yes, have a good evening, Amiee. Enjoy your holiday. And we're looking forward for you to come back to us and stitch with us. And enjoy your sunny weather in Turkey. And night-night. Oh, a Busy Mom says that's quick stitch, sleepy time. That's so pretty as well. I wouldn't know that's 14 counts. Stitches are so neat and lovely. There's one more here. There. 5. There's 3 more. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a treasure hunt. Literally have to match up the pattern very carefully. Otherwise, I could be stitching somewhere totally different. So there's 3 here. Got it. I think stitching on the flight is a really good way to, you know, to reduce anxiety. I think for me as well. I'm going to try that next time because I'm not a great fan of flying. I get very nervous. And I think we probably spoke about this before, like whether you could bring needles on board. I think you can, right? And these are not sharp needles. And I definitely have seen clips of people stitching on flights. Four, 1, 3. Next one, yay! 17 stitches, very nice. 17, 414, 414. Nikki says, I bring needles and scissors all the time on the plane. I can't sleep on plane, so I stitch. I think it's really nice. I never thought about it for some reason. Just never thought of stitching. But yeah, I can't sleep at all, rarely, on a plane. So it's okay to bring scissors, like little ones. You know, I've never heard planes being hijacked by people holding scissors and stitching needles. So maybe it's okay. Oh, this bit is a little bit tricky. A little bit packed here. So this 28 counts 1/1, because I was wondering whether it's possible to do 32 counts 1/1. But even 28 counts is pretty, you know, snugly with 1/1. I don't know whether it makes difference with DMC. But this is CXC and it's pretty snugly. It's doable, but snugly. Oh, Michelle Fuller says, my son is a pilot. It's scary for me to hear his stories. Oh, I know. It's, yes, I get very nervous taking off and landing because apparently that's when accidents happens. Because once you're in the air, it's relatively okay. It's like autopilot. You know, most of the time as you're flying, it's the landing and oh, why did I cut that off? I'm not done yet. Oh no, I'm not. So yeah, it's a landing and taking off. That's a little bit tricky. A majority of the accidents happen during landing and taking off. And since I learned that, I just get very nervous. Stitchy Bug says, yes, you can bring needles, small scissors, that's all that. The problem is that there is isn't a lot of room to move on the plane. It's like elbow room. Yeah. So maybe something small, not like a big Q-snap or one of those metal frames that everybody's using nowadays, it seems. Maybe a tiny little hoop with you. But I think it would be a very nice, oh, maybe a nice sampler. How's that? Like, you know, something not too involved, but enough to kind of distract you from being on a plane, which is very scary. And I always wonder, why would anybody voluntarily work on the plane? You know, with pilots, okay, fair enough. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe some people just need to fly. They have to fly. They want to drive the planes. Like, you know, Michelle's son, for instance. But, you know, flight attendants, I always go, why do you want to do that? Do something else. Why do you want to choose a profession that you have to fly all the time? It's not like you're flying the plane. You're just a passenger, and it's scary. You know, I get on a plane because I have to. Stitchy Bug says, I flew from Denver to Frankfurt this spring and tried stitching on the plane. I counted counted very wrong and had to frog a big section. Do you think the brain is affected when we're in the air? I don't know. Yes. I'm waiting for them to invent one of those, you know, magic doors you can just open and magically you just get transported to that location. So flying will not be necessary. I hope that will happen soon. Michelle says turbulence is what gets me. I know, but apparently I have seen quite seasoned pilots says turbulence is nothing to be afraid of. The, you know, I think the scariest part is the technical fault of some sort, or, you know, mostly man-made mistakes, human mistakes. But it doesn't feel good. It's scary. I've been in some really bad ones, you know, like cups and glasses flying about, that kind of situation. Rabbit hole, hello. She says flying is statistically safer than driving to the airport. I know, but it's also more fatal when it happens. I know, because if you talk about numbers, yeah, you could argue. We probably have more car accidents and plane crashes, right? But it's just when it happens, there's nothing you can do. It doesn't bring any comfort knowing that. One, two, three, three more. Really? Stitchy Bug says, I'd totally be a flight attendant if I had my 20s to do over. Really? No chance. No chance. No chance for me to ever even know. No, no, no. Oh, everybody's knowing everybody. Stitchy Bug knows Down Under the rabbit hole. Oh, so is rabbit hole a floss tuber as well? Oh, we have a lot of floss tubers visiting this chat. It's so wonderful. And yes, Stitchy Bug has to go and flex the muscles at the gym. Enjoy it. And Tracy says, if I remember this statistically right, if you're more likely to get struck by lightning 2 different times than being a plane crash. Well, somehow that doesn't help for me. I don't know. I don't like the sensation of taking off and landing. It just feels so disorientating. And one more stitch hidden somewhere here. Where are you? Where are you? I can't find it. I think I saw it earlier on. There's one more stitch here. Can you see it? Oh yeah, there's one little one here. I think I've done that one, haven't I? Let me have a look. Two. Yeah, I've done that one. I just didn't mark it. Fair enough. 414. I have to send out a search party to find it. This one is got 3 stitches, all in a different location. 415. 415. I've got it here. See you later, River. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 2 from the left. Another one hidden over there. It's like a puzzle game. You have to find it. Two. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to tuck it here. Next, let's have a look. Another one stitch. Single stitch. There. Single stitch. 4, 1, 5. 420. Oh, this is a color I don't have. So I'm going to skip it for now. 420. Next one. 422. So with this kit, with this piece, most of the time nowadays, I don't really kit up a new project. I just use the master piece, the master set. And if I come across colors I don't have on my master set, and I just add one by one at a time. I'm too lazy to kit up anything. 422. Maddie says, I'm so proud of myself. I did 172 stitches. Amazing. That's pretty good. 172 since when? Since the stream started. That's amazing. I bet I haven't got 50 stitches. I don't know how many stitches. I'm not telling you. I have no clue anyway. So quite a few stitches with this color, but they're kind of everywhere. So I'm going to start from the center point. You know, Maddie, is the quantity, is the quality, not a quantity, you know? I bet there are 172 beautiful stitches. And those stitches, I bet, they make you very happy. Heather House is here. Hello, hello. She says, I'm late to the party. No, never too late for a great party. Right on time, Heather. Let me know what you're stitching today. See you later, Maddie. Well done. Oh, making homemade chicken and dumplings. Wow, that sounds tremendous. Homemade is always good. So stitching down under is working on Hate Museum shelf. Amazing. Epic. So Maddie's going block by block, but cross country. No parking. So when you say cross country, is one block at a time, is it? Like color completion. No parking diagonal. So do you end your threads every block? That's how it's read. No parking diagonal from the bottom left corner up to the right, 10 by 10 blocks at a time. No parking. Block by block, no parking. Wow. So you end all the threads for each block. That's interesting. Joyce, Stitchy Dutchy. Joyce. Hello, hello. What are you working on today, Joyce? Ah, so Maddie says, I suppose it would be color completion by block. Amazing. I think if I work block by block, I tend to park because it's just so it's ready there for me. No parking is interesting. Oh yeah, of course, Joyce, you started that new piece, the lady sewing room. Kind of a piece that looks like a painting. That's very pretty. How is it going? I think you said it might look a bit too dark or something. I remember seeing your post on Facebook there. It's beautiful though. It's a beautiful piece. Let me see. I may have stitched in the wrong location, but never mind. You can't tell. So I am here. There's one more stitch here. I'm starting to see double here. There. And Joyce is drinking multi-fruit. Multi-fruits. Sounds very nice. I'm having my usual peppermint tea, but today I took the trouble of having the tea in a flask, in a thermal flask. So it's still nice and hot, which is very nice. Because normally by this point, it will get a little bit cold. Oh, so good. Peppermint tea is so restoring. And Joy says they're downs, but I want to see that part stitched and find out if I want to stitch all of the rest. Yeah, because the markups are not always accurate. It's just a representation of the colors. 422, 422. It's quite beautiful though. It's a beautiful piece. I'll never make it with a pattern like that. If I just my mind probably just slowly start to go to sleep. It requires patience and willpower to get through. Oh, Turtle Stitcher says, look, it's a sewing machine. Yes, it is a sewing machine. Are you looking at this one? Yes, it's true. And she says, I was disappointed not to see Traveling Library Max Color on Hay today. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to drop like every Wednesday or something, the new patterns. She says, I guess we'll have to be patient, more time to finish TW Dragon. Yes, I'm patient. I'm patient. And considering the situation at, you know, the ladies, Michelle's family, yeah, you know, we have so much to get on in terms of other projects. So I'm patient. I'm patient. It will be fantastic once it's here. One, two. It is every Wednesday. So if you don't know, we're waiting for the Max Colors version of the Traveling, I nearly say caravan. No, it's Traveling Library from Amiee Stewart. So the regular size came out a few weeks ago, and some of the people here are already stitching it, but we're waiting for the Max Color version. It will be glorious. I haven't got a fabric anyway. I might be doing 32. I'm sounding as if I'm not sure. Yes, I think I'll challenge myself. 32 counts, see if I fall over. Because if I don't try it, I'll never know. I'll never know. Kimberly's back. Welcome back. But then there's another Amiee Stewart piece we're kind of waiting for, even though there's no date or anything. That's the Library of the Cats. I don't think it's a rumor, right? She's creating a cat version. I think that makes sense. If you have a dog version, why not a cat version? Makes perfect sense. Maybe a fox version as well. Next. Library of the Foxes. How's that? Whoops. Calming sparkles is going for a calming sleep now. Nighty night coming, well done. Sweet dreams and all that. Turtle Stitcher says, Amy's confirmed the cat library. Oh, so it's not just a rumor. She's creating one. That's good to know. We're going to get very, 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 very busy. Two more. I have to find them. Treasure hunt. Where are you? There's one above here. You know, in theory, I could use the auto navigation feature to find these stitches, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes it just takes you to like an empty area. You still can't find the stitches. Turtle says instead of Library of the Foxes, I think it should be Library of Forest with foxes, squirrels, bunny, deers, etc. Now you're just being greedy, Turtle. You know? What? Yeah, I think foxes are quite popular. Bunnies as well. Squirrels, definitely. Oh, but you know, that reminds me, there's one piece very much like that with Ciro Marchetti. If you browse his catalog on Heaven and Earth, a lot of them are sort of tarot card related, majority of them, kind of fantasy themes. But he's got a couple pieces, they're animal based. If you like that, I'm pretty sure there's one you probably like. I think there's a cat, a squirrel, a fox, and something. It's quite pretty. It's quite pretty. Go have a look. That's I can't remember the name of the piece, but it's a Ciro Marchetti. You know, every Monday we do Ciro Marchetti Day, just to honor those wonderful artists that bring us these wonderful, beautiful pieces, and also get to enjoy and just talk about their work and stitch them. And that's how we show our appreciation. 422, 422, one more stitch. You know, because I think a lot of these artists, they're not being praised enough. I mean, I think Amy Stewart is quite present. She's, you know, being mentioned quite a lot, but there's so many other ones. They're just not being talked about enough. So we honor them with a SAL Day every week. Grace Huston says, I have an appointment today, so I need to leave early. Enjoy the rest of your stitching. And you, Grace, I hope the appointment goes really, really well. And we will see you back here very soon. One more stitch here. This is max colors, guys. 3 stitches here, 5 stitches there. That's how we roll. I accept the challenge. Here we go. Oh, 1 this time. Turtle says, I have Chiro Marchetti's flowers, fur, and feathers on my 2 stitch list. Yeah, it may be that one. Is that the one that's got a little squirrel as well? That's so pretty. And quite close up as well. They're not in the background. Turtle. Library of the Turtles. Can you imagine? How, well, anyone in the chat, raise your hands if you like to stitch Library of the Turtles. You don't see my hands. Not that tempted. But I'm sure Turtle would stitch that one for sure. She goes, me, me, me. 4, 3, 5. Okay, so that's the piece I was talking about. Flowers, fur, feathers, and foxes. Yes, there's a squirrel and the birds. Really, really pretty. Really pretty. Tracy! Oh no, Kimberly! No, we have two turtle stitchers. And of course, Turtle Stitcher will be stitching that as well. Tracy. Raise hand. I know. Well, maybe there's an audience for turtles themed patterns. 4, 3, 5. There you go. Next one, 4 stitches. 3, 4, 3, 6. You know, I love all animals, but I have to say, you know, I'm slightly biased. I like animals I can cuddle. So anything I can't cuddle, I'm less fond of. Well, I still like them. It just, you know, like goldfish and stuff like that, or snakes. Probably slightly lower on my, you know, cuddly animal list. 4. Just 4 stitches here. I only see 1. Where are they? Oh, got it. So 1 on top. Oh my God, penguins. Oh, I love penguins. I love all animals. That's black and white. You know, my dolly is the tuxedo cat. So I have soft spots for all animals, black and white. Panda, penguin, killer whale. Love them all. Yes, penguin, pink penguin. I'm not too sure about pink ones. But yes, I love penguins. They're so cute, aren't they? Cynthia, hello. Cynthia entered the chat with a super chat. So kind of you, thank you. Good to see you, Cynthia. Let me know if you're stitching today. Tracy says, have to love turtles. They bury their eggs on the beaches where I am. Oh, really? Can you like accidentally step on them and crush them? That'd be heartbreaking. It's like, oh, but they probably wouldn't bury them somewhere that's has too much traffic. They probably know better. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. Tracy says snakes are kind of cuddly. Tracy? Hmm? How do you cuddle a snake, I wonder? Where do you start? Where do you even begin? I don't know. I can't figure it out. Joyce? Joyce? Yes, please. I'm totally with Joyce. Joyce says, please, no library of squids on ladies' heads. Please don't. Amiee, don't do it. If that's on your idea list, erase it. Cross it out. No squid on or anywhere of lady's body, with or without a lady. Oh my goodness. Go watch Nikki Stitch's new video, okay? If you want to know what a squid lady looks like, she's stitching it. Oh, she has no fear. Not only does she goes extreme cross country with no helmet, no safety gear, she stitches ladies with no hair and with tentacles coming out everywhere. Oh, jeez. Oh, Nikki is one brave lady. I can never keep up. It's better her than me when it comes to squid ladies. Three, four, three, six. It's just interesting what everybody's stitching, you know? 4, 3, 6. You know, I have seen people on YouTube, I think it was a guy stitching the poster of Shining. You know, that one with Jack Nicholson's hair poking out of the door. There's someone stitching that close up. Why? Why? The poster is scary enough. Why do you want to spend years stitching that, looking at it? Yes, Cynthia, I'm with you. Cynthia says, I will stay with the furry four-legged ones. Yes. Are there any furry two-legged animals? I think birds. Birds are warm, right? Birds are not cold. I think, you know, a nice little birdie, I don't mind. You can't really cuddle them. You know, you can't cuddle them. Maybe big, trying to think, maybe like parrots type thing. You know, barely. You can kind of cuddle them. But otherwise, two-legged ones. Kangaroo. Kangaroos, you know, you can probably cuddle a nice kangaroo. They'll probably kick you. Oh, good, Tracy. So the eggs are laid somewhere that people can't find. Good, good, good. Because I can imagine if they just bury under sandy beaches, then you can just step on them without even knowing. 437? 437. That wouldn't be good. This one I haven't got either. I'm going to skip for now and go for one. Let's see what's happening here. Here we go. 3042. Oh, hang on. My order is all wrong over here. Don't know what's going on here. By number. I don't know. Why doesn't it sort by the number anymore? Oh, here we go. 451. Back on track. I think the app was going rogue for a few moments there. Nikki keeps saying, well, this is a story Nikki's going for. She's saying that the squid lady's got a bun. It's not a bun, Nikki. Have you seen her? Can you stitch her some hair? You've got a lot of 310. You've got an entire comb. Just give her some hair, please. I expect to see some hair when I see your next update, okay? Some sort of, you know, furry things on a tentacle. I'm not sure that's better. Okay, I take it back. Yes, Tracy, post some pictures of the beaches. It's a very exotic scene for me, beaches. I can't remember the last time I've been close to seaside, other than Brighton, if you can call that a beach. Oh, you know, kind of is. Brighton Beach is quite well known for it's not a bun, Nikki. Yes, Kimberly says kangaroos kind of have two legs. I know, and they're kind of cute when they're not kicking you, you know? When they're not trying to kill you, they're kind of cute. I think bears are quite cute as well when they're not trying to eat you alive. And bears they can stand on two legs as well, so technically they can be keep in the category of two-legged animals. Oh, ostriches. Are they huggable? Really? They don't come across very cuddly. Yes, they do have fur. They do have fur, so technically you could hug them. But where do you start though? They have very skinny neck, really long. But yes, technically you could. Oh, Cynthia says the chat is coming in and out and pause a lot today. Have you noticed that? Oh, that's good, Tracy. So they're buried on the beach. People mar them so they don't step on that. That's wonderful to know. That's amazing to know. I'm just thinking those poor turtles. I haven't got a chance. And I think turtles, as soon as they're what's the word? When they come out of their shells, they immediately head toward the the water, don't they? I've seen clips like that. It's really amazing. Their instinct just tell them to head toward the beach, the water, straight to the water. The little turtles. Hatched, that's the word I was looking for. Oh, Janelle, you're referring to the app. She says my order, the sorting order, always doesn't work, always goes from most to less. For me, it's hit and miss. Sometimes I have to like tap up and down a couple of times to find the right sorting order. It's weird. It's not very obvious on which way it's heading. And let's come down here. Just tiny little stitch here. What, Frankie? Frankie says my neighbor stepped on my pet turtle. Oh my God. When I was a kid, oh my God, very traumatic, I bet. Oh no. I'm not going to ask if the turtle survived. Goodness. That's got to traumatize you as a child, or any age, really. That is terrible. It's like, it's almost as bad as Amimee's pigeon story. Nikki is still sticking to her story about her octopus lady. She says she has a bun in the back of her neck. Darling, I can't see it, okay? All I see is her bald head. Nikki, give her some hair. I beg you. Betty says you can cuddle chickens. Oh yeah, maybe. Do they not try to kind of, attack you if you do that? I know some chickens are being kept as pets, and a lot of cats and chicken videos. There's a whole genre out there. Wow, Tracy's in Tampa Bay. It's Tampa Bay. The is it California? Not California, Florida. Is it? My geography is terrible. Kimberly's fond of bears. I mean, they're cute, aren't they? As long as they don't try to eat me. I don't mind bears. Bears are cute. Right, this one. 452. 452. I've got it. 452. I have it. Right here. Kimberly, you're not saying you have bears as pets? Lorna, hello. Lorna says, I have completed mini sleep time, which has dog, fox, owl, squirrel, all sleeping by Chiro Oh, that sounds lovely. Is that a different piece now? Mini sleep time. Yeah, he's got a few pieces with little animals in the forest. They're so cute. Oh, Frankie. So the baby turtle didn't survive. I buried it in the matchbox, so it was tiny, tiny. Oh, goodness. That's very dangerous to have a tiny, tiny pet. Oh dear, that's gonna traumatize you for life. Have another one down here. You know, it's been very subtle, but it's getting fuller and fuller, this picture. It requires a little bit of patience here, but it's quite pretty. Florida, yes. Oh, Kimberly says, not as a pet, talking about the bears, but in our yard. How do you define as a yard? A yard in London is like my patio. It's tiny, you know. You can probably have a couple of cats wandering around, but maybe not bears. I've never seen bears in my neighborhood. We have foxes, though. We have foxes. They're actually quite cute. But they're when they cry, oh, the sound is like baby crying. It's quite scary, actually. I don't know why foxes cry like that. It's like they're in pain or something. But they're just saying hello to their fellow foxes or something. Whatever they're saying. One, two, three. One, two, three. And then there's one more somewhere hidden. Where are you? Oh, it's a treasure hunt. Find the stitches. Oh, by yard for Kimberly is 3.5 acres. Okay. That is not how I would define as a yard. That's like a forest or something. And Kimberly says we have foxes as well and skunk. That's proper wildlife there. We have squirrels, we have foxes, and we have a lot of cats in the neighborhood. including my own dolly. It's out there hunting poor mice and bring them home to try to serve them as supper for me. I think I'm gonna just go and pick whatever I like now. I fancy working on something a little bit darker here. So that's what I'm going to do. It's weird. So, you know, guys, those of you have stitched with 1, 2, 3, which is following the number, DMC number or index number. Because what I've got here, I'll show you what's happening here. So even though the list is sorting based on the DMC numbers, but there are a lot of 0 stitches which no longer exist within this block. Is there any way you can filter them out, or they just keep going like this? Because it just creates a very long list there unnecessarily. So I'm trying to find the color I like here. That's slightly darker, but the list is all over the place. Yes, let me have a look. Oh, Cynthia says my Henry, not husband, a Shih Tzu, Bichon, tomboy. Oh my God, turned 3 last week. Oh, wonderful! He had a birthday party with a crown. Oh my goodness. Well, it's quite unusual for you to know exact date, because some people just pick the day they kind of adopt the dog or the cat as birthday. I don't think not many of us actually know the exact the actual birth date of our pets. I wish I knew. I think when I got a Dolly, I think she was about maybe just slightly over 3 months. I think less, maybe less. Her eyes were still blue, so probably tells me she was a little bit younger than that. 453, 453. Let me see. 453. I do have it. It's kind of pale. Do I want to work on this one? I want to focus on this bit. I'm changing my plan here. 456. 453. I think I'm going to switch to whatever I want cross country within this block. I'm just in that mood. I want to pick a color that's slightly darker here. That one. I'm changing my plan. I can. Yes, I want to do these ones. 598. 598. Oh, this is a nice color. Lovely blue. Tracy says, is your rectangle locked? I think so. I can double check. Yes, it's locked. It's locked. Yeah, it's just the when you browse the list based on DMC colors, it's listing all the colors that has no stitches in the area. I guess that makes sense because you can only sort one way or the other, either through the number of stitches or the numbers, I guess. But it's just it's very kind of messy. Joy says you can change the order of DMC numbers in a way everything outside the box is grayed out and listed below what is inside the box. I think that's what it is. But have a look at this. Maybe it's just the... so what's happening here is it's being sorted based on DMC numbers, right? So number-wise, you can tell that it's going from smallest numbers to the maximum, which is fine. And anything that's outside the box is here, right? So these are grayed out, which is fine. It just, when I'm looking at the list, it's listing all the ones that's got 0 stitches. Can you see that? I'm just wondering whether there's an additional filter you can apply. I'm guessing maybe not. Either you sort via the numbers or the number of stitches, because all of them are still here, which is a bit kind of messy. So that's what I'm wondering. But I'm guessing you probably can only pick one way of sorting, not 2 ways. Let me see where I am right here. Making sure I'm not on the right spot. So I want to go second from the left. There. Cynthia says, Henry came from a breeder. I know very frowned upon since there are so many who need adoption. But when my Sophie passed at 17 years old, oh, I'm so sorry, Cynthia. I just had to get the same breed as her. Still, oh, absolutely. It totally makes sense. You know, if you have lost a pet, I think, you know, you probably get drawn to very similar, you know, looking cat or dog. Totally. Absolutely. You know, we had a dog that's black and white when I was growing up, and we lost him. I think he was poisoned. We till this day, we don't know what happened to him. He was only 1.5 years, and we think maybe the dog ate something given by the kids in the neighborhood. I'm not sure. And we lost the dog, but the doggy was black and white. And from that point on, I'm just drawn to black and white cats or dogs. That's totally natural, I think. It just reminds you of this little creature you love. I love all animals black and white. So this year is King Henry III. That's very nice. And Cynthia says it's different sex. This time she's Swede. Oh, so it's the Queen then. Absolutely, you shouldn't feel guilty about that at all. You know. Joy says, not a filter, but you can change the order so all the zeros are on top. Can you? Or below the rest? Oh, let me have a try. Joyce is so clever. If she says so, it must be true. Let's see. So, but if I change the order, let's have a look. What order would that be? Do you mean the rockets, pointing them up and down? But wouldn't they just change the order of the numbers rather than sorting orders? Let me read Joyce's message again. Not the filter, but you can change the order so all the zeros on top or below the rest. Fiddle with the series with the rockets. Haven't found out how, but you can get it like you described. Really? So I'm tapping on the rocket. It doesn't seem to do that. Let me check the sorting. So sorting by number. Okay. So palette number is just a DMC number, I think. And I'm tapping on the rockets. It doesn't seem to. Oh, let me have a look. Maybe I need to. Oh, yes, it does. So when the rocket pointing up is. Oh, but not quite though. It's a bit random. So a lot of zeros on top. But those are just the numbers I've done. But as I scroll down, no, I thought I got it. Not really. So there is still 0 stitches in a mix. Not quite. It's okay. I can live with that. It's just nicer to have that additional filter, you know. Steve, hello. Steve says, hi guys, grass is cut. I'm showered, ready to stitch. Yes, Steve is nice and clean. And the grass is also nice and trimmed. Steve is ready. Brace yourself. Brace yourself, everyone. Oh, Cynthia says he's black and white as well. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I just have this thing about black and white animals. I just love them. Even birds. You know, they're black and white birds. Choices with the arrows or the rockets. I try the arrows actually, but doesn't seem to do. Because the arrows are just trying to tell the system what you would like to be, like the sorting to be, you know. Just trying to see. No. It's a bit random, isn't it? Even the rockets, I find, because visually, it doesn't really tell me one way or the other. It's just me reading the icons. It's not always that obvious to me. 1, 2, 3. one over here, 1, 2, 3, 1 stitch up, So Steve, what are you working on today? I think the sewing machine is looking good. Still a little bit to go. Right, the last one is 2, 5, 9, 8, 5, 9, 8. I'm gonna just pick what I like now. Totally broken my own rules. I think I might even leave out the boxes now, because if I'm gonna just stitch whatever I want, let's see. Okay, so there are a couple of dark ones I wanna do. I think, where are they? These ones. There. 3781. 3781. Steve says, still stitching the Halloween piece. I'll probably finish the pumpkin panel and then move on to the castle. You're gonna finish that piece so fast. You know, even I have some hope that maybe I can finish that one before Halloween. I'm hoping. 3781. I'll probably need to put a few stitches in there when I get a chance as well. Oh, I haven't got this one. Ah, all right then. And who knows? It could be my first finished piece. Oh, shocking. Absolutely shocking. It's not full coverage, but still counts, right? A finished piece is a finished piece. 936. No discrimination. Only 2. Oh my God, this is like 32. Okay. Oh, misread a number. 936. But Steve, your piece is like 25 counts. It's gonna come out really tiny, I bet. Because there are not that many stitches. Kimberly. Kimberly says, hooray, I finished my Max Pigeon piece. You finished it. Do you want to post it on the Facebook group that we can have a look? You finished it? Amazing. Yeah, let's have a look. If you post it, we'll have a look together. We haven't done the Facebook thing during our stream for a little while. We're just waiting for someone to finish their piece, you know, so we can celebrate together. Nice 936. 936. Oh, Kimberly doesn't have a Facebook. Oh, that's a shame, but let's have a round of applause for Kimberly. Yes, amazing. Finishing pieces is not a small feat. Doesn't matter what type of work it is. That's amazing. Congratulations. Oh, Tracy's bringing on the trophies. Amazing. And from Joyce as well. There you go. It's official. $3051. Yes, we celebrate when our when people finish the pieces. We celebrate together. 3051. Okay, I'm going to pick one more color here. I'm going to probably do a little bit of the chair, actually. Why not? There are quite a few stitches here with 3827. I've totally gone rogue. 3827. Oh, I'd like to be able to celebrate a finish at some point. At some point, okay? But I share your joy. I think this one may be my last color here. Looking at the time, it's 11:30 p.m. here. Time flies, doesn't it? It's just like sometimes I just feel like I've just warmed up. It's midnight. Seriously, I'm sure, you know, my theory is those really fast stitchers, when they stitch, time slows down. And when I stitch, time speeds up. I think that's my theory. Because just no way. I feel like I've just started. Just started it. Kimberly says, you have finished your Halloween piece. I know you will. I know. Thank you. That would be my goal by the end of the year. Or ideally by Halloween, might be able to finish it. It looks doable. It looks doable. I made really good progress yesterday. And if I just keep going, then maybe it would be my first finished piece. And I think tonight I'm making the guess my stitches really hard as well, because, you know, up to this point I was doing the 1, 2, 3, follow the DMC number, and then I decided to abandon that and just stitch whatever I want. So it will be impossible for you to calculate. And I still have a few of these ones to go. Right, let me see where I am here. And there's one more stitch here. One, two at the bottom, okay? And maybe I'll do these 4. These will be my last 4, guys. Last 4 stitches. So you can have a think how many stitches you think I've done today, you know, and so the regulars, you know what you're doing. Just throw a number out as a wild guess. And if you're lurking, you've been watching and go, whoa, I haven't come into the chat before. Maybe now it's a good time. Just pull a number out. And who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. It could be your night tonight. You could win. We have completely, someone brand new come forward in the chat, just put a number out and won the other day. So it could be you tonight. So this will be my last stitch here, okay? And I am going to end this thread here. And until I reveal the number, you can still put your number forward. And the winner will receive the respect from all the guys in the chat and beyond. And 3827, let me pop it back. And also you get to enjoy our special emoji buffet with me. You get to have a few pieces of this and that left over, the other. But it's something, right? It's better than nothing. And emoji buffet is, you can only get it here. This is special. Okay, guys, a recap, okay? Let me zoom out a little bit. Just let you enjoy my achievement up to this point. So there are a few, bits over this, beyond the hoop. But the areas I've been focusing on have been the table and also this beautiful sewing machine as well. And today I have mainly working on the surrounding stitches to kind of fill up the area a little bit more. And so the sewing machine will pop out a little bit more. I think, on the way there, there's still a few stitches here. But this is a max color stitch version, so quite a lot of color changes. A little bit of the chair as well. You can see it's forming here. So it's really, really pretty, really, really pretty. And so let's have a look. Let's see what we've got today, number-wise. Kimberly first to put forward to A3. And Pink Penguin, 156, crossed up 211. And Tracy says, I've been praying. No attention, 196. And Joyce, first time. Joyce, is this the first submission from Joyce? 3110. She's got confidence in me. And Michelle Fuller, 179. Steve, 355. Steve has been winner multiple times. Let's see how he's doing today. Yesterday as well. Steve won yesterday as well. So today he says 355. And Linny Stitches, well done, 215 as well. 100 less, but Busy Mom, 320. Nikki, 187. Betty, 168. And is it a Belana? Well done, 214. Guys, the answer is looming here in my app here. So let's have a look. Let me turn this off. And, Vega 274. So anyone who can count, follow, keep track for me because I can't count. So let's have a look. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Press 1 more time. So let's look at the percentage first. 1.85, slightly forward. And today's stitches I have completed 226, guys, 226. So Vega is very, very close. 226. Who is in that 200 range? My goodness. And I think Pink Penguin is pretty close as well. Oh no, not Pink Penguin, sorry. Tracy's not that far off. Is 196. So, but I think Who's closer then? I think Tracy might be close. Oh no, Balana. Balana is close. Balana is 1214. And crossed up is 1211. Linny. Oh, Linny is 215. Thank you very much. So yes, I think Linny and Belena, they're both pretty close. So I think we can have 2 winners here, can't we? I think we have room for multiple winners here. So it's Linny and also Belena as well. Yes. Well done, guys. See, you just threw a number out. It might be you today. So, guys, let's bring on our buffet to treat our guests here for the bravery of coming up with a number, a totally random number, and one. Guys, thank you very much. Yes, bring on the emoji buffet, Nikki first, with firecracker and all sorts of goodies, and some cherry and some iced dessert as well. Beautiful. And we also have a lot of plazas from Kimberly as well. Thank you, guys. And all the glory belongs to our winners today and all of you as well. Guys, thank you for standing here with me till the last. And I'm so happy to be with you and stitch with you every day. And Pink Penguin is bringing home the buffet. So Steve, as usual, hot chilies, okay? And if you like that kind of stuff, you can dig in. And Joyce is coming up with very healthy options. We need the balance of diet, healthy options for us as well. And I hope you enjoy the buffet and enjoy the time with me. And I'm enjoying every moment with you. So tomorrow, a new day, another piece. I have no idea what I'm stitching. Maybe you don't either. So meet me here and let's stitch together. And from the sleepy London town, 11:30 from London, Yogi signing out. And Joyce, is definitely sleepy time for Joyce. You've done so well today. And hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, and definitely good night from London. Nighty night, guys. Night night. See you later. Bye.